Hello, everyone. Here is your weekly intuitive astrology and energy forecast for the week of September 28th through October 5th. We are rolling into another month this week, and what a month October shall be. The full forecast for October, well, the first half of October will be out shortly, and stay tuned for members' insights through each sign that will also be sent out very shortly. Our tagline for this week ahead: fight for what's right, fight for the light. This week brings in an energy of resurrection, reveals, the whole month actually. But this week also, there's lots of research, there's lots of information, there's lots of revelations. Discernment is key, as always. If you have been feeling highly emotional, a little bit run down, overtaxed, overwhelmed, like you just can't get ahead, very busy, take good care. Don't push yourself. Our bodies, our physical bodies, are going through a lot right now as we have been having much increased solar activity. We've had M-class solar flares. The Schumann resonance is spiking. Schumann resonance is essentially the heartbeat of the Earth. You can track that at spaceweather.org. We are all going through this collectively. There is a massive awakening on this planet. And as this happens, we physically have to recalibrate, and we are now in Libra season, the season of recalibration and restoration and finding and seeking harmony and balance, mind, body, spirit. But in order to do that, we must purge. We must purge what is outdated, what is no longer serving us, also emotionally, physically, and spiritually. And as we do this, as all of these old, long-standing emotions come bubbling up to the surface for us to sift through, to heal in some cases, and to release, there is a physical process that accompanies this. If this does not pertain to you, don't worry about it. And if it does, if it resonates, you will know. But just some of the symptoms right now that are occurring, some of the ascension symptoms that are very strong within the collective are headaches, ringing of the ears, dizziness and or vertigo. Digestive disturbances are very increased right now. Bloating, gas, nausea, irritable bowels. Not to be gross, but differing bowel movements than what you're used to. Some might find that it's difficult for them to actually let go, or others may find that they're letting go quite a bit. There is a purging process taking place. So I just encourage you, if you are experiencing any of these symptoms, all of these symptoms simultaneously, or one day one symptom takes a back seat and then the next day there's another symptom. Of course, as always, like I say, I am not a medical professional. Disclaimer, always get yourself checked out, of course. But if you know that you are okay, medically speaking, there is an energetic process that is occurring right now. It's a massive rewiring and recalibration. Look at it as if you are getting a spiritual upgrade. Your intuition is probably much stronger. And if it feels a little bit blocked right now, just know that that happens right before it pops open. All right. Astrologically speaking, energetically speaking, the planet Saturn is now back at 27 degrees of Pisces, and Saturn is covering old ground, especially as it pertains to relationships, relationship drama, relationship karma, the way that we love ourselves, the way that we take care of ourselves, both in and out of relationship, but most importantly, with the most significant relationship that we will ever have, which is the one to self. So our relationships and emotions can feel a bit stressed this week, this whole month actually, but this week, because it's as if we're picking at old scabs, or others are picking at those old scabs for us. The ultimate end game for that is a completely healed scab, or mostly healed. Let's move into the daily breakdown. On Monday, the 28th, we've got the moon in Sagittarius, squaring the nodes of the moon, which are Pisces and Virgo, the nodes of fate or the nodes of destiny. This is where we have eclipses. We do not have any eclipses coming up. There are no more for the remainder of the year, but we're still under very transitional, transformative energies. We could be reminded of where we still feel that we are not able to move forward. We're in a holding pattern. We want to move forward, but we cannot. We can feel a little bit stressed about that, but I just encourage you to go inward and be with the energy, knowing that everything has its time and everything has its place. And just because something might not be happening right now for you does not mean that it will not happen ever. It just might not be the right time. So there could be a little bit of frustration present as we start off this week, where we feel a little bit like we're getting roadblocks, either from the outside or from someone around us, from the inside. That may not land for you at all, but you may be very focused on the future, Aren't we all? This is what produces anxiety, though, and overwhelm. So a strong reminder to be in the present as best as you can and have a little fun. Pull into the energy of optimism. The moon's in Sagittarius. It's an optimistic sign. The moon will also harmonize with Mercury, the messenger. This is great for conversations. This is great for laughing. This is great for lighthearted conversations, jovial. And asteroid Pallas is in a sextile to asteroid Vesta. Acknowledge what feels good. Acknowledge what feels right. Allow yourself to have some joy, some downtime. Tuesday, the 29th, I have this day flagged as very energetic. It has the potential to be very productive if the energy is channeled properly. The moon will enter Capricorn early in the morning on Tuesday. It will sextile Mars in Scorpio. This produces a very strong energy of initiation, of focus, research, intensity, laser-like precision. The moon in Capricorn will also square the sun in Libra. Just could be some prickly energy here. And again, continuation from Monday, just a reminder of where we can't quite move forward just yet. Wednesday the 30th, good for relationships, good for making peace or trying to. It's good for resolution. It's good for treaties and negotiations, taking that out onto the world stage as well. The moon in Capricorn will trine Venus in Virgo, which is nice and sweet and soft. And the moon will then come up into opposition with Jupiter. We could be hearing a lot this week with a focus on Wednesday and Thursday in regards to the financial systems here in the United States. Thursday, October 1st, Rabbit, it's the first of the month. May October be kind to us all. I have Thursday flagged as spicy. I also have an announcement, a pretty big announcement being made for or within the United States. We have this juicy T-square, this tense configuration of energies between Mercury in Libra, squaring Jupiter in Cancer. And this is all being infused by Pluto. And Pluto is currently getting ready to station direct on October 9th. So Pluto, the powers of Pluto, and keyword for Pluto is power. The energy of Pluto, the Plutonian vibes and themes are very profound right now. Transformation, resurrection, secrets being revealed, information coming forth. Death of the old, birth of the new. Might not happen overnight. We're probably going to be hearing something this week, I would imagine. I would be shocked if we don't. There could be a lot of travel disruption for those in positions of power, those in leadership positions here in the United States. And then also somehow that will funnel into the UK or with the UK. Spicy announcements with an emphasis on the United States. On a smaller scale, personally speaking, focus might be difficult when we get to Wednesday, and it might be difficult to control our emotions. Be very mindful about where you choose to place your energy and what conversations you choose to subscribe to become a part of, to be a part of, and unsubscribe where necessary. It's really easy to keep getting distracted by other things. It's really easy to feel overwhelmed, especially when we get to the midweek point. The moon will also be void as of 11:33 a.m. Eastern Time. The moon will leave Capricorn. It activates the T-square, leaves Capricorn, and then is void until 3:52 p.m. Eastern Time when the moon will enter Aquarius. And that just kind of adds a little bit more spice to the mix here. The moon enters Aquarius, aligns with Pluto, harmonizes with Neptune and Uranus. Information coming forth, coming out. This is landing in your personal life. Hopefully it's all positive, profound and positive, geared towards growth and healing. Friday, October 2nd, the moon will trine the sun, which is always nice, harmonious. We also can feel more comfortable within what we're feeling, what we're doing, more comfortable than we felt previously this week. The sun is in opposition to Ceres. This is about the head and the heart. This is about connecting to self, connecting and getting inspired by that which inspires us, or connecting with who inspires us. I like Friday. Friday's a little bit of a bright spot for this week. We get to Saturday, October 3rd. Are there any public events here, big public events, world events? I gotta be honest, I really don't pay attention to the political landscape too much when it comes to press conferences and things of that nature. I usually hear about it after the fact. So I'm just wondering if there's something scheduled for October 3rd. I'll actually check after I get off of here, but I have it flagged for crowds gathering. Are there any public events? It seems like this is a big day for information and for protests, potentially. Not just in the US, but also in the UK. The moon will trine Mercury. Mercury is in opposition to Chiron and Eris, and Chiron and Eris are both right here together at 25 degrees of Aries. Getting connected with those in your community for a common cause could prove to be very beneficial at this time, but peacefully. Remembering that everybody has their voice, everybody has their opinion, and we can coexist with differing opinions, differing mindsets. Jupiter is also squaring this Chiron-Eris conjunction, which is very tight, which just means stronger, very strong. Jupiter's moving into, applying into a square with Chiron and Eris, which again, strong, it's heightened energies. There is something about voices. There's something about protesting. There's something about groups gathering. We may see more of this as we move into next week, but it's very powerful October 2nd through the 4th. This Chiron and Eris opposing Mercury, and then Jupiter squaring both Mercury and Chiron and Eris, which is that T-square, that spicy T-square. Then on Saturday, the moon will go void at 2:15 p.m. Eastern Time and will enter Pisces at 10:07 p.m. Eastern Time. So then the moon will also be void for a significant portion of Saturday. I'm not sure that Saturday, I would say, is spicy, but I do feel it could be, of course. It could go that way, but I just feel like there's a lot going on in all different parts of the world, a lot of different gatherings, which could then lead to protesting. And then Sunday, October 4th, Venus is exactly conjunct the South Node in Virgo, opposite the North Node in Pisces, and the moon will be in a supportive trine with Mars. This could just bring in a lot of revelations about relationships, about our trajectory, about our path, about what we're willing to compromise on and what we are not, where we need to let go of those old toxic patterns, habits, and behaviors that are not serving us. Saturn back at Pisces now, back in Pisces, is reminding us, it's exacerbating what's not working and where we might be putting a Band-Aid on something that needs to have the Band-Aid ripped off for once and for all. You will know how this applies for you and if it resonates the way that it lands, and if it doesn't, and just know that you can have some epiphanies in regards to relationships and also your own money, your own finances. This is a big week for investments, for finances, for getting more clear on a direction for yourself. That's the week ahead. I'm going to go ahead and get a tarot card. Pay attention to the subtleties. Pay attention to the signs, the synchronicities. Listen to your intuition. Trust your discernment. There's a lot of information and potentially a lot of misinformation swirling around. Oops. Two of Wands, how fitting. Having to decide, which way do I go? Which way do I go? What do I believe? Who do I believe? I'm taking action here. I'm taking a chance, but on where, what, or whom? I have to make a conscious choice here. And again, if it's not time to act, that's fine, but you'll be thinking about it. You'll be churning. The energy is here. This is a very energetic week. There is a lot to it, even if things are not necessarily moving forward. Feel free to comment below. Let me know how you're feeling. How September treated you with the eclipses. Are you taking care of yourself? Make sure you're taking care of yourself. I'm stressing that a lot, but it's a lot right now for everybody. Take good care, and I will be back soon. Bye.